Yep,
All right.
that's what
Here's Mr. Silver for 18 for Miami. Do you know who this is already?
I don't, actually.
Okay. Well, the 18th pick in the 2023 NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Jaime Jaquez from UCLA.
Yeah. That was the rumor kind of going around pre-draft that they really liked Jaime. Yeah, makes total sense to me. I think that he is somebody that is Heat culture to a T. You talk to people around the UCLA program around Jaime Jaquez. He got there at the same time as Mick Cronin. I've told this story on the podcast before, but like he got there at the same time as Mick Cronin. And from day one, people will tell you like he stepped into the gym and he was the leader of that group. Like freshmen don't really do that. That's not normal. And he was the guy. You listen to Mick Cronin talk about him talk about his leadership. I remember on the Field of 68 mock draft that we did, or maybe he was just like talking about it afterward with Doster or something, but like anybody that was at the regional last year, not this past one in 2023, they'll talk about how Jaquez played like 39 minutes in both of those games for UCLA. And he had to have teammates like literally carry him up the steps of the dais because his ankle was so fucked up. And I just love him. I absolutely love Jaime Jaquez. This is a great pick. I think he sticks for a decade in the NBA.
Yeah, he's unbelievable competitor, really smart basketball player who can impact the game in a number of ways on the offensive end. He was more of a mid-range killer, one-on-one guy at UCLA. We know that's not going to be his role primarily in the NBA, but if you buy the shot, he's a really smart decision maker, good passer, can handle a little bit for a guy of his size. Nice connective piece to be able to have, super, super versatile in a ton of different areas. Defensively, my worry was a little bit more with Jaquez. Like, what position does he necessarily guard? Is he more of a 4? Is he a 3? Does he match up well with quicker wings? Is he really going to be able to hide some of his more strength than quickness at the 4 level in the NBA, which is turned into essentially just a massively tall wing position anyway? I think that he's smart enough in so many different ways. He's going to figure it out and be fine. I love hearing the stories that you tell, Sam, because that's what it's all about, right? Like you bet on people, not just the skills that they bring. Jaime Jaquez is the type of person that you bet on. There's no wonder he's been mentioned as being the right guy for Heat culture for the last couple of weeks.
Okay. Are we closing in on 19?
3 minutes on the clock still here. They're sitting down with Jaquez at the moment.
Okay.
So we got some time.
See here. I got a couple of texts from scouts, so I need you to take over here for a minute. So I'm going to find a question. Going to find a question for you to answer, basically.
I'll ramble on like Jimmy Page.
Let's see here. I don't know if I've got a great one. I'm trying to find one that'll take a while for you to answer.
I can just run down and speak, Sam. You just wind me
up. How about this?
Let me go.
Can you go through the last? We went through the top 8 picks. Can you reset us where we are now after 18? So
absolutely,
read through the last 10 picks.
Absolutely, I'm happy to do that here. So we got through 6 and 7. Anthony Black going 6 to Orlando. We had the 7-8 swap with Washington and Indiana, and then at 9, Utah took Taylor Hendricks. From there, Oklahoma City made a trade, moving up from 10 to 12. From 12 to 10 into that spot to take Cason Wallace out of Kentucky. A little bit of head scratcher at the time, but the more we think about it, the more the fit seems to make sense culturally. Orlando Magic took Jet Howard at 11. That was the big reach or surprise for many of us at this point in the draft. Dallas picking at 12 got Derek Lively. Good long-term fit for them at the center position. 2 shooters in a row. Toronto takes Grady Dick 13. Jordan Hawkins goes 14 there to New Orleans. Kobe Buffkin and Keontae George are the next 2. Jalen Hood-Schifino at 17 to the Lakers. Those 3 guards, Buffkin, followed by Keontae, followed by Jalen Hood-Schifino, all bring different things to the table. But this was an area and a range where I expected a lot of the guards to really start going in some regard. There's just a lot of talent and depth at that position. It was about ordering who was going to maybe sneak into the top part of the lottery. We had rumors that that could be Kobe Buffkin with the way he was really hyped up over the last couple weeks. It ended up being Cason Wallace, who goes 10. And then we get that run in the middle part of the first round here. Buffkin at 15 to Atlanta, which is a really good fit because of his versatility to play on ball and off ball. Keontae George at 16 to Utah, a little bit more of a rebuilding situation where they're looking for a potential number one option in the backcourt who can really fill it up. And then Jalen Hood-Schifino, 17 there to the Los Angeles Lakers. Just potentially best player available. Good fit with the team because he's so cerebral and competitive and can defend and play on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think all of that lines up. Are we at the point where Silver's up? Because I know that we have a pick in.
We are not yet. No Silver, though. They're doing that little thing where they start to zoom out a little bit and it gears into that point being ready. So